So I can't simply stress this enough. Now, I've been out at my parents' house for probably yesterday marked 2 weeks. So Saturday, today's a Sunday. When you're seeing this, is probably like freaking Tuesday at this point. Here's a couple of things that I'm definitely realizing. I call my parents every day, and that's a good thing. You should always call your parents, unless you have a really bad relationship with them, then I'm really sorry. But listen, I want to say this here. So what I'm learning is that when you move out, you have a budget. And the thing is kind of interesting is that when you do move out, that budget tends to kind of go out the window, at least for the first month or so. And I'm only saying this because even though you're trying to save money, you're trying to do all this stuff, you have to buy a lot of things. Now you gotta buy toilet paper, you gotta buy bathroom cleaner, toilet cleaner, anything in that realm. You gotta buy the kitchen stuff, so now you gotta be kitchen cleaner, sponges, all this stuff, and it all adds up. Then if you wanna make things aesthetically pleasing, for instance, my buddy spent a fortune, all this stuff, it costs money, and it adds up after a while. But that's the whole thing, it's like you do it in increments. But it's not like you can just say, oh yeah, I'm going to buy a knife set or not get a knife set. Like there's things that you really need to live. Like you need knives, you need forks, you need spoons, you need everything, you need plates. It all costs money. And especially if you don't want the crappy stuff, it's going to cost a fair amount of money. And then you're like, maybe you're like me, where you're seeing the credit card bill and you're like, that's not supposed to be the correct number because I'm not supposed to have that amount of money that I gotta owe. But then you call your parents and you're like, yeah, trust me, it makes sense because you just moved out, so now you're figuring out life. Here's the thing. I moved back to Indiana from everywhere because of my friends and everything. And it's cost a lot of money. When I move out, I'm lucky to be able to use the things I have here because I have the knives, I have the plates, I have everything. When I move out, I have to buy all that stuff again. So the budget, even for me right now, has gone out the window because I need food. I don't need clothes. I haven't bought any clothes or shoes or anything in that realm. But it's been food. I just treated myself to some IPAs last night. So I went out and spent $24 on some IPAs. That's a little treat for me. Which I said I wouldn't buy any more alcohol, and yet I bought alcohol. So, yeah, interesting how that played out. But yeah, it's what else? Gas for me, right? Gas specifically for me was supposed to be a lot cheaper, but then I found out my office is 22 miles away, so now you're driving 40 miles a day. Luckily, it's only 4 days a week. But think about that. That's, what is that? So 40 times 4, that's 160 miles a week. Doesn't seem that bad. I get it, but to me, it's kind of bad. A work should be no more than 15, 20 minutes away. Mine's about 35, 40. And yes, I do get paid somewhat well, but it's not to the point where it's I can keep a consistent, you should do it all the time, Because I like to go driving. I have a nice car, and now, again, you could say oh, well, your car takes premium. It's going to be a lot more expensive. You should just get a regular car that's got... But here's the thing. I personally think, even with the car realm here, and I'll just go in depth with this a little bit, just drive the car. Have it as a daily. Have fun with the cars. That's my leisure. Literally, the only things I do is golf and cars. That's it. I don't do anything else. So if I did something else, I could say, yeah, sure, but... that's one thing. It's $40 here and there because you got to fill up your tank and then put the miles in the car. And even right now, I still need a new valve cover, and that's $600. It's when I was living with my parents, I was paying a little bit of rent, but I'm now seeing, oh my God, it's not just feasible to just spend $1,000 just like that and then pay it off. You got to really watch what you're spending. And I know a lot of you could say oh, well, how much is your buddy charging? He's not charging me anything. But I also don't want to go in the same realm of, oh, well, I had to spend this and now I just spent this to put on my car and I'm not saving. Like, now that I'm out on my own, it's a lot different because you're a lot more scared. I don't have the disposable income that I used to have. So now I'm really focusing on a budget. I'm making sure that my personal self is taken care of before I splurge on anything. Like the beer was a splurge, $25. I know it doesn't seem like anything crazy, but listen, it's a lot. I mean, think about it. When I'm on my own, like apartment and everything, now I'm talking about heavy rent, $1,500 plus. That's without utilities, without groceries. Now you're spending almost $2,000 a month. And on an income of $25 an hour, it's not going to get you very far. Is anyone noticing like my right arm's a lot bigger than my left arm? It's just a side note. Interesting. Right arm dominant versus not. But yeah, anyways, it's I don't know. It's just kind of interesting to see that the different the differences, you know? You always say you want to move out, and now I've done it, and I don't regret it at all. But it is expensive, especially like I don't like the feeling of working my ass off and you don't really earn a lot of income because you feel like a failure sometimes. But I don't feel that way yet because I do still have some spending money, and I am very happy that I moved back with my buddies. Like we're a family, and it's just simply one of those things where I think I needed it. Now, what is unfortunate is all the people that I met in New York and all those things. Like, there's only one person I know for a fact that's like a real cool homie. He's got money. I mean, he's just a lot of people up there, and no hate. It's just they're very not reliable people, I guess you could say. I don't want to say fake, but you know, it's not my type of vibe. It's not. I kind of left there a big reason because, you know, when you're brand new to an area, you're trying to make friends too, and I simply couldn't. I mean, you'd make homies here and there, but it's not like they would, you know, want to hang out with you or something all the time or whichever. Like, New York was one of those places where like everybody worked 24/7. I didn't really enjoy that because I like to have my personal time here and there. I do like to get ahead of people, but like one thing that I've realized when I was young is that when you overwhelm yourself, you tend to get into really bad mental states, and that's one thing that I will strive every single time is to just make sure my mental state is good and then live life, even if it means you're taking a little bit of a pay cut. But it's just, you have to balance each other. So I don't know, man. If you could take one thing from this video, even if I've said it already, you're my age, move out. It'll be beneficial to you, and you'll end up finding out everything. The only one concern I have is when it comes to be fall, I do plan on going back to school just to, you know, get my biology degree and then pursue dentistry. But it's not like I have a boatload of money saved up. I mean, I have money, but I don't have money. So it's like, to spend that all on school. I mean, I know I'll make it back, but I would literally be poor, like to the point where I could not afford food, and I'd probably have to go on food stamps, and obviously that's not what I would, you know, want to do. So, yeah, parts of me think that I should go into sales, try it out. I don't know what type, but I don't know, guys. Obviously, I mean, with how this video, I'm like saying it's probably like, oh, moving out is very expensive. Like, obviously, no shit it is. It's just what I'm personally experiencing. So that's all I got for you guys. So Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button.